Hi everyone, Shannon here with Mixed Media Minnesota. So today we're back working on our journal cover topper we were working on the other day. It was all wet and curled, it's dry now. So I just took a heavy fat book and set it on top of it, and that flattened it out for me. So we'll take that off there. And then, see, it dried a lot lighter than, like where the gesso is, the color doesn't like to stay there. It kind of filled the texture paste. So maybe what I should have done is colored it all first and then added my texture paste where I wanted it, but we can make this work. So I want this to be, grungy, and it's the top that's the journal topper. We have to put the washi tape and ink that, and then it'll be on here, and then that's the inside. So we have some work to do on this, but first I want to get this going, so if it has to dry a little bit we can set it aside. So what I did is I went and I grabbed my Stabilo woody crayon pens. I got these on Amazon. They have a couple different sets. I absolutely love them. They are like my favorite, one of my favorite things. So I'm just gonna grab a couple colors out of here. I know I want black, and I'm gonna grab the brown, and I think I'm just gonna use those two for now. They do have bigger sets. I do have another set with some more colors. This was just the basic set, and then there's a couple different colors in their bigger set. So I haven't played with these for a long time, and I absolutely love them. They're slick. I'll show you. So I just have a little container of water, a paintbrush. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way here. I tend to make a disaster. See if I can stay in frame here. Okay, so I just have a paintbrush, and what I'm going to do is, you can do this two ways. You can actually like draw on it and then come back with water on a brush, or what I like to do is I like to just get my brush in the water, and then I just kind of wet the end of the, I don't know if you call this a crayon or what, but they're neat, that's all I know. And then I just kind of go in and add some color, and I'm kind of just, and get some more water. You can spread it around, you can see it'll run, and kind of like the spray did. I just want to add a little more color in here. You don't want it to run that much, just don't add that much water with it. I'll show you. You can draw with it and come back. Let's just, a lot of the center is going to be covered, but just kind of outlining the labels and things we have, where the texture is. Okay. And then your paintbrush in water. And you're just gonna kind of smear it, or you'll see it blends and moves around for you. So you're just gonna kind of go over where you colored, so you don't see your draw line. You can kind of blend it and stuff. I use the Stabilo woody crayons a lot in my art journals. One day we'll have to play in that too. That's fun. Just use all kinds of different mediums. Here, I'll grab it and show you really quick. I'll just grab my little one. But if I want to play with new techniques that I've learned or different products, sometimes I go to this. And this is a little journal by Arteza. I think it's a 6x6. Yeah, 6x6. And I just glue two of the pages together. And then I just use all different kinds of things in here and play with them. And all of this color was done with those Stabilo crayons in this page. And there's a lot of gesso and texture, and there's some ephemera. And on here, I believe it was, or this is paper torn behind, some stamping, splatters, some Tim Holtz people, stamps. This color was all done with the Stabilos. This one I think I have a video on my YouTube channel. This is rub-ons, and she's cut out of a magazine. And a lot of this is inspired by Mirror Me Small Art. I was watching her on YouTube and learning a bunch of new techniques. So you'll see a lot of her style in here. She does a lot of the circles and stuff, but a lot of doodling with the pens and stuff. But I have a lot more to go in here, so one day we'll have to play in there, but it's really fun. Okay, just had to show you what I was talking about. Okay, back to this. So, I'm just gonna continue to spread that brown around. I don't want any like drawn, you know, crayon drawn lines on there. I just kind of want it spread out. But see how that kind of adds the color in there? So on this video, there's gonna be some heat tool, and I'm going to use one now. So if you want to turn your volume down or fast forward, it shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to dry this really quick, but it might help if I plug it in. There we go. Okay, so now when I go back with the next color, some of this, you know, when you get water, it'll reactivate, and so it will move around and stuff again. I'm just going to go ahead and use my black, and I'm going to use black soot and ink the outside, so I'm not going to pay a whole lot of attention and time to doing this, you know, on the outside, because I'll use my distress ink to do that. I'm just going to add some kind of like in this shadow. I guess not really maybe in the shadowy spots, but I just want it to be darker. And a lot of the middle, again, we're not going to see, but it's fun to play with anyways, so. Maybe we just kind of put it everywhere, I guess. Okay, let's see. I feel like I do need a little bit up there. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some water, smearing that. I don't want the black as spread. Obviously, I don't want it to be really, really black, so like over here. And see, you can tip it with your water, and you can cause that to run as well in between your texture. And I kind of like the look of that. You just move it and play around with it until you kind of, you know, you'll decide what you like. But I got those woody crayons on Amazon, and you won't be disappointed. They work on paper, they work on canvas. I love them. I actually don't get to use them as much as I would like to. I need to start playing with my mediums more and stuff. I haven't for a long time. Okay, and you'll see in the texture, you know, it'll pick up more color in there. And I'm just trying to darken and grunge this up. So I'm going to try and add a little bit in here. And I think I'm going to see if I can get that to run in between the textures. So let's see if I can get that wet enough to kind of run. Without washing it all out. And do that down here too. See, it tends to stick to the texture paste. It prefers that over the gesso, I think. But we could also spray it with a little bit of water, and I didn't want it to get too sopping wet because I want to finish this up today. So I think I'm going to leave that. I'm going to dry it again just for a second, and then we'll set that aside. Okay, just kind of taking off any extra water we have sitting on there. Okay, that's pretty dry. Let's see. I'm gonna do the outside with the. This is black soot distress oxide. It looks more gray on here, which I'm okay with. That's fine. Just kind of darkening the edges. Once we add the stuff on top of this, there'll be brighter colors and stuff. So okay, so I think I like that. Okay, I think that might be dry enough. We'll start playing with adding stuff on there. I'm going to get rid of this towel here. Okay, so what I was thinking, okay, this is going to be on here. So I'm going to ink the edges of this with the black soot as well. But first, let's set that over here. First, I need to add washi tape, and I'm going to use it's the Tim Holtz fabric washi tape. And the reason I'm doing that, this is really thick paper, and when I fold it, it cracks. You know, it's pretty thick, and so this just kind of reinforces it. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple layers of this, probably on the inside as well. Just going to go right over the top of it with the first strip. This will add a lot of strength to the spine, so when the signature is sewn in, we don't have to worry about that crack. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I can cut it off if it's longer after. I'm gonna add another layer on each side, I think, of this. On the back anyways. Maybe not the back. Let's do this on the inside. Let's add the more of it on the inside because I kind of want to see a little bit of that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off here. Just trimming the washi tape off. I was going to use this side for my cover, but you cover all the pretty up, so I'm like, well, in the inside, that would be fine. So when I use this, then it doesn't want to fold. Go with your bone folder and get that nice crease back. But that'll strengthen that a lot. So I wouldn't even have to put it on the inside probably, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyways. I like the look of it too. So, okay, again, I'm just gonna follow right down the crease of that fold. Okay. In here, I'm gonna add a strip on each side, I think. So I'm just gonna trim this off and start again. This part, adding another one here, it totally is not necessary. Or that crease is just fine. I think it'll look neat on the inside, and it kind of brings it, you're gonna see that on the outside on the spine. So when you open it, and then you'll have pockets or something on the inside cover. So maybe it's a little bit much, but I do like it, so. Okay. Okay, where's my end here? Okay, so we have that in there. So now I'm going to trim that off. You could just leave it and fold it too. I'm going to fold it and cut it. Stuck to me. Really? There. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and ink this. First, I'm going to give it another press on there. Okay, so, yeah, I like that on there. Okay, so now we're going to ink it. And I'm going to use the black soot again. And I'm just lightly going to go around the edges of it. I don't want to get too much to where you can't see I like this color behind that, so I'm just going to go right up the washi tape as well. Flip it over. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to do the inside as well. Just lightly follow the edge. Okay. So there we have that. And then what I was thinking is, okay, so behind this, so you're not going to see a whole lot with that, but that's okay. But I was thinking behind this, it would be fun to do like a little tissue sticking out here and there. I was thinking cheesecloth would work as well. I have all different kinds of stuff. I think you're not going to see the images. I think this is a tissue paper from Tim Holtz, an old one maybe. But what I'm going to try and do here is, if I can find my tear ruler, I'm just going to try and tear. I'm going to fold it in half, so let's tear. Try and tear kind of a rough edge here. It's not going to tear great, but that's okay. That'll work. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just flip this over. Doesn't the back look cool? Flip this over, and then I'm going to stick, maybe what I'll do is rip a bunch of pieces. I don't know, we're just going to see. We're just adding another layer of texture here. So I'm just going to use, I think I'm going to try the art glitter glue. And maybe just kind of, it's not going to take much glue at all, but I put that on upside down, I think. Doesn't matter. Oh well. And we can trim some if we want to, or however. It'll be a surprise when we tip it over. And you could use napkin, you could use paper, you could use fabric, like I said, cheesecloth, anything to do this. You're basically just putting another layer of texture, and tissue paper is really, really thin, and so. Maybe shouldn't be leaving that much hang off, because when we, yeah, we'll see, we'll work with it. I'm gonna rip another piece of this. Don't know where I ripped last time. Right here, I'm guessing. Yeah, it don't matter. I could have ripped it by hand too, I guess. It's sticking to me. You could just, instead of ripping it and putting it on there, you could just put one piece on the back too. Tea bags would work great for this. Hopefully we'll like it when we flip it over. It's going to look completely different when we get the top on too, so. It serves no purpose besides decorating, extra texture. Okay. Okay, that looks neat. Let's tear a little bit of these pieces that are sticking out a little further. They might be okay longer. I want to see a little bit of the color of the cover too, so. Oh, there, that one tore completely off. Maybe I better just leave it. I could cut it, but I like the ripped end. Sticking to me. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that. I think that looks kind of neat. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is upside down. It really doesn't matter which way we put it, but I like the darker on the bottom here. Get all these pieces off of me. Okay, so we're gonna set the cover aside. And then I'm going to show you, I picked out some pieces that I thought we could work with. I inked around all of them, so I didn't have to do that on camera and bore you guys. I don't know if we'll use all of this. Well, let's just say yes, we're gonna use all of these. Okay, and we can rip them and do anything. So let's see here. I'm just kind of building a composition here. Not sure. Something like that. We have this flower yet, and we have part of this. Okay, I think I like something like that. Just adding a little bit more grunge on here. It looked a little bit too white. Okay, I think I like that. But what if we add some fabric here and there behind that? Let's see. Okay. It'll never get put back like it was. Okay, I feel like I need one more piece like down here somewhere. Okay, I think I like that. Okay. Now looking at this, I don't know if I like how dark that is. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's start gluing here. We'll just, let's see. Okay, we like that up there. I'm just trying to glue what I can down so I have a better idea of where I had it, because once I rip it all apart, I'll never remember how I had it, and I do like how it looks. I think all of these pieces are out of Tim Holtz thrift shop, or not thrift shop, Field Notes, I think it is. And the pack of that came with March's Mixed Media monthly kit, and there is still some available in our Etsy store. So if you're interested, hop over there and check that out on Etsy. Let's see. I'm just kind of tipping it up and putting a little bit of glue, just enough to hold it where we want it. Okay, I think, oops, then you move the whole thing. Okay, like that there. Okay, now where I have the fabric, I'm gonna have to use Fabri-Tac in there. Let's see, I have those. This is the only paper one besides Thea's left to glue on there. See, now did I have that above or below? Over, maybe. You're going there now. Okay. So I think behind this butterfly, I want to give, it feels like this is the topmost layer on here. So I like to kind of pop that up, and I can use foam tape, or I can do it with putting a texture behind, you know, kind of bringing them up. And I think I have all these threads out of my sewing machine. And I had green and tan and black. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of make this messy. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to make that kind of messy and lay it on there. It just adds another little texture and separates paper from paper. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, and what I'm going to do is just leave that on there like that. And then I'm going to Fabri-Tac on the back of the butterfly. Oh. Okay. What did I do with my pin? You guys, this is why I quit using this thing, but there it is. I should have checked this out. I put one bottle into the other bottle yesterday, and I should have looked to make sure that it wasn't plugged. We'll see. I might have to completely oh, no, it's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to plop down over those threads, and then it'll kind of hold the threads down. And see, like this one, just gonna trim a little bit out of there. I'm gonna try and pull him up and I'm just kind of poking some of the threads under there and pulling some of them out. And that's okay. I can be happy with that. Okay, so now we have, okay, so we know we want this one here, like that. So let's put that one on there. Okay, and now this one I'm going to attach on this piece. And then we're going to attach this one to the other one. Okay, now this piece, where did we have this? I think it was, I think I like it like that. So we'll go ahead and just put Fabri-Tac on there. Sometimes it's easier to put it on the fabric and then kind of set it where you want it. Oh, that wasn't right, was it? It's there now. Okay. Okay, so there is kind of our top decorated piece. And looking at this, I'm not completely happy with how dark that is now. It doesn't look like it was going to. See how we covered all that up. So, but, okay. So I'm going to see, I think I have a white chalk ink kind of thing. Or what if we used, I wonder what this bundled sage would look like over, let's see here. Where am Don't know what I did with my... I'm constantly losing those little circles. Okay, well, don't know what I did with those. Oh, right there, there. Okay. Okay, bundled sage. I just want to see if it'll lighten it at all if I bring a little green in there, and it kind of has that chalky look. So I'm just toning it down a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I think it might. So I don't want white. I don't think. And I don't want a gesso again. I do have a white, the Stabilo. I could do that too, but oh, I think I like that now. I think I do. But you know what? Let's try something. I'm gonna set this aside. Set this aside. Okay, I am going to, let's see, I just have some plastic here, and I'm gonna need a brush, and I'm going to need some white gesso. I'm just gonna grab a little bit, put it in that. Any white gesso or acrylic paint. And then I'm just gonna add some water, make that really thin. Gonna mix that around. I got a little bit too much water in there, I think. Yeah, there's too much water in there, so I'll have to add a little bit more gesso in there. Here I have one sitting here. I don't have to dig in my drawer again. I just put it away. Okay, I'm just going to try and wipe a little bit of the water off. Add some more in there. Like, I have way too much that I'm going to use, but... Yep, there we go, making a mess again. Okay, I think that's about the consistency I want it to be. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to try and splatter some white. Splatters. I do have this splatter brush, but this works as well. And then I could go and do some black splatters too, but I'm trying to get some, I'm splattering everything behind my, there's some bigger ones. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna have to dry for a second. So I'm gonna turn the heat tool on, so if you wanna fast forward it, or if you want to mute it, do that now. Okay, so Okay, there, I think I like that. Okay, so I wonder if we rip some of this and add it here and there behind there. I mean, I like it, it's fine like that, but you know, you never know. Might miss something that would have been cool. I think we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna plop some glue on here. I don't remember how I had it now. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we'll call that good. I'm so indecisive. I always change my mind so many times, but I think I like that. Okay. See, I have splatter mess all over here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna find my words. You know what? I wonder if we try. Actually, I have, hold on, I have some orangey color that might work. It stays on rusty brown. I don't know if it'll show up on the background or not, but okay, so we had this stamp the other day that we tried in the gesso. It didn't work, but I think that's kind of, I really like that stamp, but I think this may be too dark, but we're gonna give it a try with the rusty orange and see what happens. Just bring a little bit of orange in there, maybe. I don't know if it's really making a difference. Not really. Well, we'll put a couple up here and then maybe try the yellow. I don't know if it's going to show up on the black. It's a little dark. Oh, I think I like that. Okay. Let's see. Right in here, maybe. Yeah, I think I do like that. I wonder if we try a little bit of the yellow, if that works. I mean, it's in the background. You can't really tell a whole lot, but I don't know if this yellow is going to show up or not, but we'll give it a try. Maybe that's too yellow. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. But now I gotta add a little bit up here. Just because. Not a fan of the yellow, but now that we have it on there, we need to go with it. Okay. Okay, so can you guys see that yellow and orange on there? I think that helped. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on here, I think. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. It's really busy, but I like it. I'm going to get it glued pretty good because this is going to be the top of a journal, so it's going to be handled. Okay. Okay, where is your permanent home going to be? Right there. Okay. I'm going to set my big book on there for a second. Hold that down. Okay. My hands are all sticky. Okay, so we have that. Okay. It's really dark and grungy, and but I do like it. And then on the inside, now I'm wondering, I'm thinking if we put the closure glued in between here, it might pop this up. Maybe not. Or do we just tie it around? I think I'm going to put it in between there. I think it'll be okay. So what do we want to tie it with? Let's see here. Trying to think. Let me grab something really quick. I'll be right back. Does this work, or is that too light colored? Or do we punch a hole in there with eyelets? I think that works. We're going to just stick that in there. I'm going to leave these a little longer. We get our signature and stuff in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just use Fabri-Tac and glue this down. I'm not going to glue it down on the back. On the back, it'll just freely wrap around. But up here, Just gonna put that in there. It doesn't matter that the glue line's gonna show through because we're gonna put the topper on there. Otherwise I would have smeared it around with my finger so that we didn't see that. Okay, now I'm going to glue this up. Oh, I maybe don't want that on there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was fun. Grab your stuff and play along, create with me. I thought it was fun. Maybe it wasn't so fun to watch though, I don't know. I hope so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This glue doesn't come out very fast. I got a little tiny hole in the top of it because otherwise it runs out too quick. So then when I glue a big thing like this, it feels like it takes me forever. But I definitely don't want this to pop up. We want it to last, as my cousin Wendy would say, through a hurricane. It doesn't need to last through a hurricane. I giggle every time I think of that. Okay, so this is going to go on there. Trying to get it. Sorry if my head was in the camera, guys. I can't see on the top here. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that down. I'm probably going to put clamps on there just to hold that down, I think, after we're done here. So there we have a journal cover you guys helped me make. So then that'll tie around on the side here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys give it a try. It was a lot of fun. And a lot of it, you can use what you have around your house. You don't need to go and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You can cut these things out of magazines, out of books. You can use junk mail. You can use any old shirt or jeans or anything for the fabric. Napkins work for the tissue paper. Anything basically ties or will work for a tie around. 2 pieces of cardstock. And if you don't have the fabric washi tape, you can use fabric here on the spine as well to make that a little stronger. And on the inside. Okay, well there it is, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching with me. We'll see you soon.